Oh, hey. Hi, everybody. Sugar Water 777. Hey, everyone. How's my service? First of all, how's my connection? Should I go on Wi-Fi or data? Is this good? Can you see me right now? How's my connection? Guys. And say you love me. Perfect. We're good right now? Okay, great. Okay, I'm about to go have a celebratory dinner, etc. But let me just come on here to say hi to you. Because I just can't wait to talk about all of the secrets of sugar water and get into it. I'm gonna over the next few weeks, I'm gonna deep dive into all the songs and point out little secrets and meanings behind lyrics. But you so hot, love from hungry, love you. But if you guys have some questions off the bat, obviously I need to just discuss with you because I'm too excited. Summer of Love is everything to me. Thank you for this album. Okay, do you guys have any questions? 7 Interlude was so unexpected and amazing. Yeah, you do need to know all the lore. Yes, there's gonna be a vinyl. I will give you warning of when your post notification should be on because we're doing a limited run. Let's go get it. Listened to the album last night and it sent me back 10 years of memories. Wow. What's the track you play the most? Ugh, I've listened to all of them. I've listened to this album 1 million times. Guys, I'm never gonna it was a long time that it was a secret. And I don't thrive in secrets. Immediately, you know that. Immediately, this album coming out, I just feel 1,000 times lighter. I've been waiting to fucking share this with you so much. Is Infinite Roses about platonic love? Absolutely. That is absolutely the friendship healing song of the album. Honestly, that's the song that I want. I have so many secrets to tell you about. That song is really about a road trip that me and Mabel went on. I was really sad. I was just grieving and some sad things had happened and I was just down. I was just in a low moment and Mabel and I Mabel came to a festival that I played with me and then we just drove back to LA and she stayed with me. She just I was sad and I needed a friend and she came with me and dropped everything to come be with me and I was just feeling so dark and down and we pulled over to a beach and she just she's the kind of girl who just makes me go in the water and just having this friend that helps you breathe all the roses, who helps you see the roses and feel just infinite wholeness feelings and it was just so healing. Mabel is really a real one. I'm so happy that she has a shout out in the song. Let's see what else. Infinite Roses, that's my sister's favorite song on the album. I thought it would be maybe some of your favorite songs. It's so electric. Let me see it. You sent Infinite Roses to your rock backwards best friend. Infinite Roses made you sob about your best friend. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna read. Catching up on all the comments. Oh girl, we know. The story of the album is so cohesive. I'm so glad. It is absolutely a story. Bloom. I had no idea if you guys would understand Bloom. Well, I knew you would, but I I was the people who I was giving the album to in the music industry did not understand it, but that is truly one of my favorite things that exists in the world. And the thought of doing it live is actually mind-blowing. Cosmic Superstar Girl. Okay, some lore about Cosmic Superstar Girl. That one is the first song that I made for the album. There's a bunch of different specific moments that came together. It's kind of about a fusion of a lot of people. It's also kind of a platonic love song, though there's like infused romantic love parts in it. It's a bit of about that blurry love of watching. The core of that feeling of that song to me is watching your friends. It's dedicated to all the girlies in my life who are trying to make the world a better place. These girls who inspire me, who are so sick of the modern earth world and dream of better days and ways of living. And I just got chills thinking of that. It's about all of these people, these friends, these people that I'm so in love with in so many different ways, who like I see their spirit. And as this album of like leaving college and letting people go free, letting friends go pursue their dreams and letting go of our old relationships and letting them be free, and watching them go pursue their dreams for sure. And yeah, I have more to say on it. So Norny with the tour, the drum and bass vibes. How did you come up with the beginning of Bloom? Pick those metaphors. Oh my god, it kind of started as a poem. It kind of started as a poem. I guess I wrote those lyrics low-key before any of the other songs. And I had no idea it would turn into like a spoken word type of thing. I feel like I am so glad that that's what it is. Wait, I'm trying to catch up to your comments. The lore you dropped here. You are a surfboard. Do you like girls? I'm bi. I'm pan. I'm fluid. I'm a bi girly or whatever. Okay. Wait, I'm trying to... How do you write a perfect hit every time? What is your process? I love when a melody feels like a perfect science. When it aligns in my brain, it feels mathematical, it feels even. I feel like it's connected to my OCD of evenness and structure and high and low and peak and release. And I love that. They'll write Bibles about us forever. That is also one of my favorite lines in the world. Taking you in on the corner in the rain, bag on your shoulder, wearing my sweatshirt. Loving you is dangerous, I'll never be the same. They'll write Bibles about us forever. I'm gonna have merch. You're bi, that's pretty cool. I like that. Thanks. You had to choose one song for a new listener to listen off your album. Which song would you assign them? I low-key think maybe Infinite Roses. Yeah, Zone, hey. Zone produced 3 of the songs on this album. Infinite Roses, dude, that has me in a chokehold. Okay, what else? Okay, there's some incorrect lyrics going around. And save me. That's why I don't get lost in love. So long ago, I'm still lost in this. That's why I don't get lost in love. Get lost in love, 'cause I've lost in love. That's why I don't get lost in love. So long ago, I'm still lost in love. That's why I don't get lost in love. Get lost in love, 'cause I've lost in love. Thank you, Jilly. Guys, the thought of doing this album live, I already know what song I want to start the set with. I picture it in my head. I'm not gonna lie, the tour is routed. I have no idea when we're gonna announce it. Literally no idea. All the hype for the interlude. Let's talk about the interlude, baby. Are you lost enough? Have another drink, get lost in us. Ooh, I didn't even think of that. So fucking true. Guys, this album live, I will die singing these songs with you. Even singing Whirlpool with you, I cannot imagine singing this interlude. Okay, some other tea on the album. The album was initially 10 songs. Well, no, the album initially was 24 songs. Ha 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 ha. But I was denied that ability. And I'm glad. But then it was 10 songs. And the reason that, like, there was a lot of chaos because over the past couple months, I was trying to add songs, and finally I finished, got everything to add 2 songs. And do you know what they were? They were Summer of Love and the interlude. And now looking at this album, I genuinely cannot imagine this album without those 2 songs, which is insane. You mean we got robbed of 12 songs? Don't even worry. Just look at me. Don't even worry, okay? Can we just talk about how amazing Sugar Water is? That song is healing, epic, a journey. Yeah, let's talk about Sugar Water. That song is like, the vibe of that song is like creating a force field around you and be like, everyone is on my nerves. I made it. Okay, you want to know the lore about that song? I do, not to even be like that, but I do have obsessive compulsive disorder. I very much, get a lot, in my head. I replay conversations, people pleaser vibes. I know you relate. And in the studio sometimes I don't know, maybe it's just like post-college and a new level of like really thinking people were mad at me. I was just like a lot of thoughts all the time, and I was in the studio, I was having this intrusive thought of someone, that fully made up situation of someone being upset with me, and it was just bothering me, and they were bothering me, their presence in my mind was bothering me, and I was just so angry, and I was just like, fuck it, like literally magnets, badness. I keep chasing arrows, getting so distracted, old friends trapping me, sucking all my energy. Say that you're protecting me, then why do you keep affecting me? I gotta keep my armor on, even with the family, even with my closest friends, even with the family. You get off on infecting me. You get off on bothering me. I'm the sensitive, people-pleasing person. You get off on infecting me. I just like the JIDs, chilling with my girl in peace, even with the family. So I was just like, it was just this anger of like, everyone fucking get off my fucking back. And it empowered me to make this little bubble of this song. And then I was like, okay, now we're there. And then I was like, we don't need to worry about nothing. You're a precious life form. Now it's just me and my love who keeps me safe. We don't need to worry about nothing. You're a precious life form destined to be shimmering, glistening. Lana reference. We don't need to worry about nothing. You're a precious life form. This is like my like freak, just of like this feeling of like it's not even necessarily sexual. It's just like charged and intimate. We don't need to worry about nothing. You're a precious life form destined to be shimmering, glistening. The medicine we're taking makes me feel amazing. Can you spit sugar water straight into my mouth? That lyric I had written when I was just freestyle writing poetry when I was writing the song Heaven. And I was just like, sometimes I have to do an exercise where I'm like, just because I really, I'm a very PG girl in my heart. I don't know. I was raised very like PG way, as we've discussed. I watched only Arthur until 9th grade. So sometimes I have to let myself let me write about explicit things. Let me just say the thing. I promise I won't do anything with this. I won't let it out. Let me just uncensored write for 2 seconds. And this lyric I wrote while I was making I wanna taste summer on your tongue, so sweet, baby, baby, iced tea, feel the warm breeze. It was from that same poetry blast. I was like, I want to taste summer on your tongue, so sweet. What is the quickest way? What is the most grotesque, poetic, quickest way to inject summer, this high that I'm always craving, 001, one more weekend, this eternal New York summer? What is the quickest way to inject that into my veins? And that would be it's not even sexual. It's just the intimacy of mouths, hummingbirds, I picture, when I hear this song, I picture angel fountains, cherubs spitting out this bioluminescent water through their mouths. And it's just this bodily euphoria. It's human, and it's organic, and it's just it's intimate, but it's just dream it's from a frozen fucking dream, bro. It's from a frozen fucking dream. And okay, and then so there's all that song, blah blah blah, continue, then the end. Sweet like sugar cubes, I'm kinda still in love with you. You told me not to think about it. Me, this was a song within a song. This was a secret that I was trying to keep from you guys for this entire year. I knew that this is a song that I almost released in the past. It never really took shape as a full song, but I was like, how can I have an album called Sugar Water and not pay homage that have still guided me and made all of these songs? Okay, you were surprised that Sugar Water told me not to think about it, so I thought I'd sing about it. Yeah, it definitely changes the vibe. It changes who I'm. It's I am singing about a past memory, but I think that it's told me not to think about it, so I thought about it. I'm crushed once again. I wish you were in my head, but you're not. I think that I'm crushed once again. I wish you were in my head, but you're not, so instead. This is the point. Okay, here we go. It does end a little bit sad, because this is the point. Sugar Water, the song, is this illusion of this moment, this bubble, where I'm ignoring everything around me. It's being in this perfect bubble with your lover, this untouchable illusion of untouchability, of nothing can ever go wrong. This is the moment on the album of paradise. And that little outro is kind of the pop of that paradise. Even that paradise can't last in Sugar Water because in this whole other reading of this album, where this way of organizing it, where we begin in a paradise without loss, then we go through the whirlpool, and then this drop of sugar water exists as this temporary fleeting paradise And then we experience loss, come down. We experience the existence of loss, and by the end, we make peace with loss, or we find out that love and loss are not the same thing, or are the same thing. And that's also, okay, another way of explaining that, and bear with me. The beginning of the album, the right Bible's about us forever. You're dreaming of having this person. We are in the Garden of Eden. Okay, bear fucking with me for a second. We are in the Garden of Eden. There's paradise. And then we taste the apple in Cursed Romantics. We take a bite of the apple. And we, Too Slow is beckoning us into the whirlpool. We enter the whirlpool and we experience loss. And then we are in the drop of sugar water, this total paradise that technically can't last. And the Bible, this old story, tries to tell us that we're currently in this fallen world, and that life was perfect before human sin, before nakedness, and humans had fiended for curiosity and knowledge, you know? Okay, wait. Bro, she's talking to my mom when I talk about, yeah. Okay, wait, hold up. I'm, talking about, sorry, where was I? Oh yeah, so the Bible tries to tell us that this is the fallen world, blah, blah, blah. But I, out here, want to believe in the goodness of the world. I know it's a stretch, and I know it's hard to, and I know it's not like that. But we can have it like that. It could be like that. It's not like that now, but it can be like that. And the point of this is bear with me. So then you go from paradise to loss. We have Come Down. We have Superstar Girl. We have Seven. But somehow, despite all of that loss by Bloom, I'm trying to disprove that loss is the opposite of paradise, because Bloom to me Bloom is a life cycle. It is loss, and it is everythingness, and it is love, and it is grief. It is everything. And finally, by the end of those albums, we can marry the existence of loss and the existence of love to be wholeness, to be everything, to be neither love or loss, but to be everythingness. And that is more powerful, that is more whole, that is more love than any of those isolated things. So it's trying to sublimate the story of Adam and Eve. It's trying to challenge the framework of loss in this world. And this is all I didn't make all of this up. This is that is what postmodernism is about. That is what post-colonialism is about. That is what post-structuralism is about. And if we can take the existence of loss, take the actual true complexity of life, and not try to flatten it down to anything, we can take both love and loss at the same time. We can actually heal. We can actually make the world a better fucking place. Everything. And so I have yet to send this album to my postmodernism professor, who is completely why this album exists. And I knew that I needed to make an album with a theory, with a theory. All of my projects have a thesis, and this is the thesis I've been working on for 2 years, low-key, since I started studying this stuff fucking 4 years ago. And I am just so proud that, to me, this album proves those things. It contains all of those complexities. And yeah, I love your description. What was your major? I was a philosophy major. Yeah. Cosmic Superstar Girl, that's your username? Cosmic Superstar Girl. You got that username, Cosmic Superstar Girl? Can you keep it safe for me? If you ever change it, you need to give it to me. Babe, we need a chat. You need to keep that username safe for me, okay? Okay, what is the lore of Seven? Great question. See, the lore of Seven. Okay, so throughout this whole album, I have a habit in my albums of when I'm singing, not in my albums, in my songs, when I'm singing, I fuse different loves together. And that's a beautiful thing about music, but it's also a beautiful thing about love, because so much of this album was guided by the fact that I was like in love with someone, and yet that person's love like opened up all these other loves and mournings and grief. And it's like sometimes I'm singing about one person, but the concept is actually about someone else, and it's different forms of love. It's romantic love, it's like familial, it's friendship, it's different layered spiritual, it's like different layered loves at the same time. So the lure on 7, I've been trying to write a song for so long that sounded like this. And this concept, all this time, baby, driving in your car, conditioning, flying through the hills. I was trying to capture that sentence for so long, because that scene of just like looking out the window and realizing time is passing, and realizing all this time, baby, realizing that what you were actually looking for all this time was what was right there, you know? All this time, it's been this. That concept, I am still not even done with fleshing that out. I will pursue it in other ways in my future. But this song is absolutely the crystallization of that feeling. It reminds me of this Jack Kerouac quote of like, you look out, as your car pulls away, you're looking out the window and you watch everything you know fade smaller and smaller into the distance, and it's just kind of that feeling. And I was thinking of an old love and remembering how this old love, an ex who we're totally friends and I was just remembering how it was all hindsight now, and I remember driving in his freaking truck like through hills, and just like how all of that precious time like was fleeting and was ending, and then the 7 years is about something else. Honestly, this album I wrote this album 7 years after I lost someone, after I lost my North Star, and I knew this album was gonna exist during the 7th year. So this album, I knew ML1 was gonna come to be during the 7th year after this loss, and I just wrote as many songs as I could during that year, this 365-day orbit around the world of like, what would the 7th year be? And so then 7 years really go by. That's just like how I've been counting time. How is 7 an interlude? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't have a structure. It doesn't have a structure. So there's no chorus. It's just a spatial song. So that's what made it an interlude to me. But, and it's like I gave myself full time and space to explore this feeling with no constraints. Every other song exists in the song pop structure. Yeah. The parallels between Bloom Chorus and Lovesick Kill You. Oh my god, that's so awesome. Me too. You want to know more the background on Bloom? Yeah. What do you want to know? Bloom is the deepest song I've ever written. Totally. I don't even want to put words to it because it says it better than I could ever say it. Bloom is like the most that I've ever learned from music. And it's okay, in that song is kind of the embodiment of one type of love teaching you about another type of love, and those two loves coming together to show you complete love. So much of my personal inquiry and philosophy is about types of love, and I realize I've always been singing about the types of love, but Bloom so much was about this romantic falling in love with someone, but I feel like towards the end of it, there's this handoff from romantic love to, I don't want to my own matriarchal, to my grandmother, to and I say the word grandmother, but she's not grandmother, she's like my soul sister, North Star, and seeing that handoff of it's eternal love. This love it becomes about her. It's this life cycle, almost missing each other, and death. It's dying, and this album is Can Things Be Forever? And because you are a rave and a party, you are forever. It's realizing they're forever despite loss. That loss makes you forever. And everything that is lost is forever. Ugh, guys, I love you. I am so happy this is yours. Are you gonna keep listening to it? Oh, Grace, that's so amazing. Summer of Love and 7 Interlude almost didn't make it. Guys, can we spread the fucking word about this album? Honestly, I don't even care about fucking blowing up anymore. I don't. But what I do want is to tour this fucking album all next year and get to do so many shows and sing these fucking songs with you, and just God, be in the crowd and go tour in Europe and fucking Australia and everywhere, and I just want to sing these songs, and then I want to just sing them with you, and then I want to, well, I don't want to even say this, but I just keep making music. I want to keep making music. I want to make more music. But no, I don't even want to move on quickly from this album. So are you guys gonna still listen? Are you gonna keep listening to this? Because some of you are saying the album was so good. I'm like, what do you mean was? Are you gonna only listen to it once? Are you gonna keep listening to it? Yeah, Bella, you catch my drift. I was trying not to say it, but I can't start talking about that now. But okay, you're gonna keep listening. Hell yeah. Guys. Okay, yeah, Summer of Love is low-key my favorite song. Every time I make music in between 2 and 6 a.m., my songs start to sound like Summer of Love. I have another secret song from the future in that world, and I think that's like truly me, like my true influences, my true taste just running wild. That's how, and late in the night with my guard down, I'm searching for that saccharine happiness, and yeah, so that's how my late night songs start. I feel like Summer of Love, I like that Summer of Love is the 7th song. It used to be the opening track. It was gonna be the opening track literally until 5 fucking days ago. I was like, wait, should it have been the opening? Because if I was like, no label, if I was just doing this myself, then I would have, put that as the opening track. But instead, it being in the 7th spot is the next purest place to be, because for what it means in the album, the 7th track, it's just like one more drop of pure love, like hidden, even though technically where it falls in the album, it's already the fallen chapter of it. It's just like one more burst of like actual unadulterated pure love. Sorry if someone asked, who is Mike Adebato and why does every song you make with him slap? Hilarious. Great question. Mike is a producer that I have been working with since 2019. He low-key only produces my music. Yeah. Can you guys still hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, good. Teehee. The order tells such a story. It's perfect. The crazy that, what was your thought behind the sneak peeks of Sugar Water? How did you choose which song to leak? I fucking have no idea. I don't even know if I made the right choices. It was kind of random, and it was a mildly unpleasant process to decide what songs to leak. I don't love that the way the music industry works right now is like leaks, teasing little portions. It was a bit confusing. I felt like I made every wrong choice at every turn, and only now do I finally feel like you can see the whole vision. I don't even know that the ones I showed you guys first was the way to do it. I feel like I learned a lot about a rollout and like what I want to do differently next time. But it's interesting. What do you guys think? It's an album, totally. The teasing was great. Okay, it's good to hear. It's good to hear that. It's good to hear. It was like you were worried about giving birth, but she's beautiful. Thank you. I just watched a few people on YouTube live react to it, and I watched them sob, and they were like, I didn't realize it was going to be sad. And I'm like, wait, I didn't even realize it was going to be sad. Is it sad? And I was like, oh, damn. Like, it was amazing in marketing because it kept me engaged the entire time. Okay, was it though? Because I remember you guys being like, someone literally said, I've talked to my therapist about this album, like, anticipation is driving me crazy. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I feel that same way. Like, it also drove me fucking crazy. I agree. It's technically sad, but in the way that like melodrama is sad, right? It's like, it's not sad. It's like alive. Okay, yeah, let's talk about Save Me. What was the song you were most scared to release? Probably could be Come Down. I always love hearing new music for you, but it's also so cool to hear the entire album. Yeah. Without any idea of how it will sound. Bloom Made You Ascend is just so real. It's not sad, it's alive. You're right. It's not sad, it's the human experience. Agreed. I can't believe you guys fucking get it. I can't believe you fucking get it. Like, what? I am so relieved that it's out. I'm so happy. Oh, and I just can't wait to go deeper with you. I have so many secrets and stories about every single lyric in the whole album. And it's just life, dude. Can't get over the production choices on Sugar Water. That song took so long to make. It's everything we've ever wanted. Oh, guys. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you were down for a trippy, psychedelic pop perfect pop like electronic, like, but like moments of rockedness and strokes-ishness and 1989-ishness and everything. I feel like the meaning was so much clearer with the full album. You thought you would be disappointed, but your expectations were so surpassed. Everyone keeps saying that online. I keep saying, people be like, I was worried for how it was gonna go. I was worried that I was gonna, like, be disappointed. And I'm like, fuck, like, what did I do that made people, like, feel like that? I'm curious. I feel like I learned so much about rollout for next time because, like, I see what the singles are supposed to do. I don't know. It's so funny that people were genuinely concerned. ML1 feels like a combination of the stars it gave me. No, I had high hopes already, and it was more than yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I know, the amount that I built it up, there was really only one way to go, and that was fucking down. Because you set a high standard only for yourself. You're right, but I am so fucking glad you get it. I was so glad you got it. It is different. You were nervous that they weren't going to love it as much as you did. Yeah, that's so true. And that is the risk that I take by being like, guys, you're gonna love it. And it was actually, I need a different marketing strategy because I'm so over, like, trying to just have to gas it up, you know? Unpopular opinion, but I had full hopes in this album. Aww. Yeah, I feel like Whirlpool got some people, they're like, oh, okay. Because I admit that the singles, a lot of them, the first two were like pop down the line. And that was a new vibe for me too. But I think now seeing the like whole context of the album, you see how those moments are like my homage to pop music, my paying tribute to pop music throughout this entire psychedelic vibe. And that was my dream with this album. That's why this is different from any song that I put out in the past and any EP I've put out in the past, because it only makes sense as a body of work. And I could only make this when I had 2 years to do it. I put out Twin Flame last year so that I could keep working on this album, because to buy myself this time to do it, and I actually got to put 2 full years into making a cohesive body of work, and this is it. It reminds me of a book. It feels like a book to me. Like, I feel like I'm reading a book when I listen to it. Save Me is giving Savage Garden. I don't know that, but I want to check that out. Chris Romantics, I think, was a good release because of the pop sweat. It was a really great lyrics. It was the teasers. I thought it was going to be very Taylor Swift. Boy meets girl. And the teasers made it seem so off-brand for you. I agree, y'all. I think that was part of the rollout thing I learned, you know. I'm signed to a major label. This was a massive growing learning experience with them because they were very much, you know, they were giving me this like shot to make a full-length project, and they were very involved in the marketing, and this was my first time having a lot of people involved, and it was a difficult process for me, but over the past like 6 weeks, I feel like I've learned, I finally got in the groove. I feel like I've had to kind of rebuild my fucking music career over the past 2.5 years. Like leaving college, I just didn't even think about what I was doing. I was just like having so much fun. And now as an adult, like coming into the real world, and realizing like that moment of momentum would go away, and I had to make something sustainable that like, and I feel like just super over the past few weeks and everything, and like finally with the project coming out, I have a lot more visual things in store for you. I feel like I feel so much more in sync and in charge and confident, and I'm excited. The sequencing process was absolutely insane. I need to show you guys Water Park, Girl Meets Girl. I'm reading all of your comments. Girl Meets. There is going to be some music videos. Sugar Water music video just came out. It's kind of a visualizer. It's in between visualizer and music video, but go check out the Sugar Water video. Yeah, the sequencing. I need a whole other live to talk about it. I need to show you guys my notes app, because I spent, so like I said earlier in this live, it's organized into beginning, paradise, doodle, floss, and then this healing at the end. And I need to show you guys my notes app, because during the last year, I basically went crazy, and I don't mean to use that word lightly. It became almost a nervous tick for me to rearrange the songs, the order of the album. And in my notes app, there are 100 plus notes of the same fucking songs in a slightly different order. 1,000,000 times. And I think it just became this like compulsive place. And now I realize that is not where my energy needed to go, because the order was very close all the time. It definitely, thank you, Sugarwater777. This album merged with all of my unique mental states, which, like, OCD or not, they are all fused and combined together with my brain, my ideas, my creativity, my uniqueness, but also, it's just all of these parts of me that are hard for me to separate. And it definitely became this like weird thing that I would do of writing the albums. You overthought it, totally, but it almost sorted itself out unconsciously by the end, totally. So it was just like such an interesting learning experience. I need to show you the evidence, because it's actually so funny. And yeah. Me when I made my birthday party playlist. No, exactly. That's me when I try to throw a birthday party and invite people. Like, it's just such a personal album. I could just feel the emotions. It was transcendent. I love you. So hot, you're hurting my feelings. Can't deal. So hot, you're hurting my feelings. Can't deal. Going from listening to the snippets at VIP. I cannot emphasize enough how much VIP at my last tour helped shape this album. I showed so many of these songs to VIP, and their reactions, Their reactions fully designed this album with me. I do want to make a podcast. I felt the experience of a mid-August summer through a summer of love, the come down of a summer as the end approaches, but the hope, oh, beautiful. Guys, I like to feel amazing, I like to feel no pain, and I like to go hard. I like to shine bright like a fucking star. I like to feel amazing, I like to feel no pain, and I like to go hard. I feel you, Qualia. I feel you. I know, I was just imagining today if you guys were getting cursed and come down for the first time. Bjork did a podcast where she spoke about each of her albums in each episode. Yeah, I feel you. I was thinking about doing that, but maybe what if I made like a YouTube video? Higher than the sun, 001. Put the anchor down, I'll show you how it's done. Higher than the sun. How is it? Working with Alex Chapman, he's amazing. He was so hands-off. I've never worked with co-writers before. Songwriters, like, I've only ever worked with a producer, and I usually have always thought that I didn't like doing it. But finally, I met Alex, and he would almost like, the way he was involved was just so subtle. Like, it was so much. He would not tell me what to do, tell me anything. It was just me making my things, and then he would be like, reflect it back to me, or just fill in a gap. It was just such a different vibe. It was so hands off. It was absolutely amazing, and then it just elevated everything so much. How was every single song a banger? Bro, I don't know, bro. Could you come save me? Can you save me, baby? Can you save me? I was hoping that you could save me. Can you save me, baby? Can you save me? That's why I don't get lost in love. So long ago and still lost in eyes. Okay, here's what I have to say about Save Me, and then I should go. Here's what I have to say about Save Me, and I'll say these things again, because this is the lore of the album. This is what I have to say about Save Me. In all of my music, in all of my breakup music, since I started making music, it has been extremely important to me, in all of my breakup songs and all of my sad heartbreak songs, to never subjugate the singer, the listener, the person. I don't like sad songs when I'm when I'm going through heartbreak. I come to music for energy and happiness and sometimes melancholy, devastation, and sadness. But I have never, every time when I wrote Furniture, when I wrote Block Your Number, I consider my music main character music. That's what I describe now my musical sound as. And it is so important to me, and this is my criticism of other breakup songs that I hear sometimes, of I don't want the singer to feel like, I don't want the lyrics to be like, I'm so small and helpless, you're amazing and I'm worthless. I think that the impact of the songs that we put in the world have consequences. I think that the music that we put in the world, I think that kids listen to it and shape their minds around it. And if we're going to give the next generation of kids breakup songs that are like low-key in the male gaze of just of of making the singer small. No, all of my music is supposed to be to make the singer, the listener, feel big. And even when you're in breakup furniture, it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to make you feel empowered even though you're heartbroken. And same for Block Your Number. And so all of this is true. All of this is true. It's always been true in my music. It's supposed to make you feel fucking strong. But Save Me is the first time in my entire discography that I have ever asked for help. That I've ever admitted complete weakness. And I think that's representative of what this album has been for me, because post-college, entering adulthood, I felt and experienced new levels of loss and mourning and sadness, grieving of youth for the first time. And then, honestly, this song, Save Me, it happened right after Come Down. It is written as I was walking around. Okay, I'll tell you guys because you're here. I told you how I lost this first boyfriend that I had that like halfway through writing this album, and it influenced the album because that's what happened. And the day that it happened, I went to where he used to live and was walking around with my headphones on, listening to the songs we used to listen to and just sobbing and sobbing. And that song is the imagined, like, it was in the face of like death and absolute grief, that an absolute low point of that I could say like, no, this is, I'm truly heartbroken. And for the first time I said like, no, save me. And Infinite Roses was written right after that too, and that's why me and Mabel went on that road trip, and having that healingness as well. But I think that's what makes Save Me special, because I just this album and these past few years, I admitted and arrived at a weakness that I didn't know was possible, but now it is human, and it is life, and it is part of this whole journey of the album and of everything. And so I think that's a little magical lore about Save Me. So yeah, thank you for asking. Could you come save me? Can you save me, baby? I was hoping that you could save me. Can you save me, baby? Can you save me? Can you save me? That's why I don't get lost in love. So long ago, still lost in us. That's why I don't get lost in love. Get lost in love, 'cause I've lost in love. That's why I don't get lost in love. So long ago, I'm still lost in us. Yeah. I was hoping that you could save me. Can you save me, baby? Can you save me? Can you save me? The Hannah Montana riffs. Okay, guys, I think that was an amazing debrief, catch up. Thank you for all your beautiful questions. Let's keep talking about it. I'm going to keep dropping the lore in more ways and ways and ways. I love you. Let's have a sugar water weekend. Here's what we're going to do. Keep streaming sugar water. Send it to 25 of your besties. Every single person that you know. Send it. 3. Hey, if you make TikToks, make some TikToks with the album. I'm gonna, in a personal way, I will get this album on TikTok and, get these songs into the world. That's gonna be my journey over these next few months. I can't wait to just, now that they're out, it feels so much better to deep dive into them and share them. So, those are 3 things. Tell every single person you know. Let's expand the as you. Sorry, Mabel just called me. Let's expand the cult because I just want to fill these rooms and go on tour and play so many shows and tour this fucking album. So let's get people to sing, because the more voices in the crowd, the better it feels. Mabel, was that you? Mabel just called me. Oh, no, she's not in here. Okay, I should call her back. Mwah, 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 mwah. I love you. I love you. Okay, have a great sugar water release day. It's August fucking 16th. Can you believe it? I've been dreaming about this day for 2 years. I love you. Bye, everybody.